What up, what up, what up, everybody? What up, what up, what up? What's up, everybody? How we doing? How we doing? What up, everybody? What's going on? If anybody has any tickers, guys, drop it down below. Just getting this link posted across the board and be good to go, guys. Hope everyone's doing well. What do I trade and how can I trade with you? I trade options and I trade futures. If you want to trade with me, click the link in the bio and use code ZAC for a discount. Code ZAC right here. Use that for a discount, guys. Again, guys, if you're not already in the Discord, make sure you click the link in the bio. Go to stockdads.com/Zach. Use code ZAC. It'll get you the best discount we have currently running. Someone said Google. I already covered Melly yesterday, and I don't think anything's changed. Yeah, not really a huge fan of this chart. I would say probably needs to continue to chop around a bit more till earnings. Really just been like range bound in this weekly range, right? Google, on the other hand, does look decent. It tried potentially breaking out today, but it could be a potential fake breakout, so we have to kind of wait and see. We did have a strong daily close, but we do have a bit of an upper tail. But the target in here is 185 to 187, so that's definitely a spot. Nice discount. Used it, well worth it. Love to hear it, brother. Nvidia long term, eh. Guys, the thing about Nvidia, it's an absolute beast, right? But in order for it to continue chugging, it needs to add tons and tons of market cap. So, like, is it a safe haven? Yes. Is it something that I want to be buying right here? Probably not. All right. Do I think gold goes down to last week's lows? I'm not sure exactly. Mufasa and State of Mind, thank you guys for the gifts as well. Any earnings plays? Yeah, we have a lot of earnings this week, guys. We have a lot of earnings for this week. Hoping to have a lot of post-earnings setups, and as always, I'll post those in the Discord. MU and Netflix. MU has, well, actually, MU does not have earnings this week, but ASML does, and MU usually is a sympathy play. Netflix has earnings this week, so I'm not going to touch Netflix until their earnings releases. If Netflix gets a gap to like 1350s or so, that'll be a good gap to play a post-earnings trade on that. What's up? Apple cons for next week. State of mind. Thank you for the gifts. Would AMD be a good alternative? Yeah, I mean, AMD is fine as well. They have earnings coming up. I would say I'm not going to probably touch the chips unless you're totally sized for a gamble. I wouldn't touch the chips until ASML and kind of everything reports earnings. I believe this week is ASML, if I'm not mistaken, and TSM. Yeah, ASML is Wednesday, and TSM, I believe, is Thursday. Yep, TSM is Thursday. So unless you're sized appropriately, where you can hold through some drawdown, a pullback, a dip, whatever, I would hold off on that. And if you're in it, just understand the risks, right? MPW, what expirations do I take? Good question. Mostly a swing trader, so I like to give myself at least a couple weeks worth of time, if not a couple months. There is a fine line though between buying too much time, and I'm actually doing some back tests right now to kind of figure out the best timing. So, let's see, daily downtrend, weekly downtrend, monthly downtrend. No interest in that one. Apple next week calls. Apple's been kind of like stale the last couple weeks. It had that big move from that news, right? It had that really big like 3 day rally or so, and since then the last couple weeks or so has been a bit stale. So I'd probably wait a bit. Wait a bit. A lot of the tickers that I'm watching, I kind of have the same approach where I think we should just wait a bit. Wait a bit. And for those not already following, guys, please do me a favor, double tap the screen, drop me a follow. Really appreciate all the support, growing the socials. So hop on here to try to answer some questions, meet some new people, hook you up with some discounts when I can. Again, if you guys are on Tradeify, the futures firm, my #1 firm, make sure you also use code ZAC or code StockDads. Either of them are good. MSTR. MSTR was the big winner, obviously, from last week, guys. Above this 445, 450, we're looking for continuation up towards the 477s, and then really up towards the all-time high area. 477, then really 535, but probably will have a pit stop around 500. It would make sense to kind of cool off there for a second, I think. Carlos, what up? What up? JD, I haven't traded this ticker in a while. If you guys know me, especially if you're in the Discord, my nickname is Zach Ma because I trade a lot of Chinese names at times, and especially Alibaba. I haven't traded them in a while. When they're ripe and when they're ready to go, they're hot, and you should pay attention to them for weeks or months. When they're not so hot, there's no reason to touch them. And right now is kind of one of those times where not only are they not hot, it could potentially be a false breakout, right? So this is not something I'm really interested in taking right now. Weekly downtrend. The monthly also is flipped back to the downside, so not a good looking chart there at the moment. Disney and CRWV. What's up, Nolan? Does money give you a girlfriend? It could, I guess. Zach Saylor, absolutely. So I talked about this one yesterday, guys. Nothing changes. Disney's been in a multi-year range. Once it breaks like 125, 130, it should see a pretty swift 15 to 20% move. CRWV, we tried to bounce a little bit here off that weekly 8, right? It's going to do one of three things. Either come back, test this, and fail, continue to go sideways, then work, or just rip past it, rally past it, right? So for me, I would wait for the daily to flip back into an uptrend. More time doesn't mean more profit. Correct. Just because you buy more time doesn't mean more profit. It's often more expensive, but what it does mean is, but when you buy more time and then the trade goes south, you don't lose as much, which is the key for me. Catch you, Carlos. Good night, brother. MGC. Shout out Tradeify as well. Nice merch. Vanguard Mega Cap. Yeah, this thing's just chugging. Similar look to the SPY and QQ, just chugging all time high. All you guys can do is buy the higher time frame EMA pullbacks, guys. That's it, right? ALAB. ALABs continue to be range bound, right? The weekly 8 EMA. Looking for a sweep of last week lows and rally. If no rally, then no dice. No dice if no rally. Berkshire Hathaway. This thing's been in a bit of a downtrend. Daily, weekly downtrend, right? Right? This actually, we're not at the monthly support. We're kind of bleeding through that. So I would say around like 455 is good dip buy. MGC. MGC is at the all-time highs. There's really not much for me to tell you. There's no secret formula, right? The secret formula is you buy the higher time frame EMA pullbacks. That's what you got to do. NBIS. This had a big move today. I think they have earnings coming up. Yeah, earnings are next week. So personally, I'm not going to touch this till post earnings, but definitely on watch for a potential post earnings play above last week high. Excuse me, last month high. BA. This thing's been chugging higher. Has earnings in a couple weeks here. Not a terrible one. Boeing for me has just been a really tricky ticker to trade. So I try to stay away, but not a bad one. Guys, double tap that screen, guys. Let's see if we can get to 2K likes on TikTok, guys. 2K likes. Let's see. What higher time frame would you recommend? I use the hourly, daily, and weekly as my top 3. OKLO, this one was on watch today. I sadly did not take it. Really nice move today. All these kind of nuclear energy stocks, LEU, SMR, all these names had really, really nice moves. Did CEG move or VST? Not so much, but a lot of really, really nice moves in there. I unfortunately did not take this trade. It was on the daily plan for the day. I just did not take the trade, though. Appreciate you guys for the gifts. Appreciate you guys for the gifts. Again, if you're not already following guys on TikTok or Instagram, please double tap the screen. Drop me a follow. Really appreciate that. So TTD, someone asked about TTD. TTD is being added to the S&P 500. So this one's kind of tricky because we're gapping up right into this resistance area. So this could easily be a potential fade, or it could reclaim and hold, right? I'm not exactly kind of sure. It's been, this is the big earnings gap that it's had, from earlier this year. And we spent a lot of time underneath it. I am a little upset at myself for not buying down here at this key support. I did have an alert set at this 41.7 level. We kind of front ran it. Is what it is. UMAC was solid for sure, yes. I use Webull. That's the main options broker that I use. Excuse me. Verizon. This is a slow mover. Earnings coming up. Daily, weekly downtrend. Monthly is not looking ideal. Probably would stay away. A little bit of a monthly range. DKNG. Earnings in about a month. Let's see. Doesn't look too bad. I would say above last week high. Can look for longs. Could be a weekly inside bar maybe, but above last week high. UMAC went to add. Probably won't add back UMAC. Probably won't add that back. Aurora Innovation? Aurora? I don't think I've ever heard of this one or traded this one. Weekly downtrend. Daily's trying to flip. It's a bit of a funky chart. I would say there's better names out there, guys. Snap. Guys, double tap that screen. Let's see if we can get to 2K likes on TikTok, guys. Do I ever use VWAP? Yes. Snap, right at the monthly 8 EMA. It broke down on this bear flag. You can honestly say it's even kind of retesting this like general support now turn resistance. So definitely not a name that I'm interested at all. I already covered Google, Brandon. And again, guys, for those that are not already in the Discord, make sure you click the link in the bio. That'll send you to the Discord. Use code Zach for a discount. I post all my analysis there. I already talked about Google. Someone said Oscar. I talked about this one yesterday. It basically has to hold this area here. If it doesn't hold this 14s, it's dropping to 11. If it doesn't hold 11, it's going back to like $6, $7. So I would probably say more than likely it's going to hold here at least for the short term, but we'll see what happens, right? Path. Yeah, this is not a really good looking chart either, guys. I don't really like this chart. Monthly still in a downtrend. Really been going sideways for over a year, so. SRFM. Surf Air Mobility. I don't know. This thing went about 7x though, or 6x in a couple days, so I don't really know what to tell you about this chart. Never heard of it. It's pulling back harshly to the daily 8. We'll see. GEV. We got earnings this week, so I would hold off on that. But again, another really strong one. Just buy all the dips. Kava. Kava remains the same, above 100 long. Until then, no dice. Rocket Lab. Continue to push new all-time highs. Not really much to say or do. Fib target in there is around $52. 51, 52. Guys, let's see if we get to 2K likes on TikTok, guys. Come on. Let's see if we can do it. Tars, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. And again, guys, if you guys are not already trading with Tradeify, that's my preferred futures broker. Make sure you use code StockDads or code Zach. Either one gets you the best discount possible, guys. TOM. Yeah, I don't mess with stuff like this, guys. TMO. Thermo Fisher Scientific. Monthly downtrend, weekly downtrend, daily uptrend. This one's not for me. Not for me. Soundhound and Datadog. So I said this yesterday, and I remain kind of by it. Most likely scenario for Soundhound will be a weekly inside bar. If we can close the week strong, maybe do a weekly 1, 2, 3 into the end of the month, holding the daily 20 EMA, holding the weekly 8 EMA. That's kind of my thinking. Last week we entered at 11.5, sold some at $13 or 13.5 or something. Really nice trade in there. Datadog. Datadog here, it's pulling back, right? The weekly, monthly kind of look a bit shady. We still have time to recover the monthly chart here. So I would say the monthly needs to recover. I probably won't touch this name for now. It pretty much filled this gap, and now we'll see if it tries to rally, right? Still in an hourly downtrend. So above yesterday's high, we'll probably flip that hourly downtrend. Then we can start going. John, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anybody have any other questions, guys, about myself, the Stock Dads, Discord, anything? Let me know, guys. Kyle, thank you for the follow. Again, if you're not already following on TikTok, guys, please do me a favor, double tap that screen. Drop me a follow. Really appreciate it, guys. Thank you, thank you. I already covered SRFM. WRD. Weekly downtrend, monthly downtrend, daily's trying to flip up. There's better looking charts out there. Guys, at this point, right, this is free game. The S&P 500 is at the all-time high. Make yourself have an easy life, right? Do not trade the weak names. Is it possible that the weak names pop? Yes, there's a time and place for that, though. For now, focus on the names with relative strength. Focus on the names that are also pushing highs, that are in uptrends. Buy the pullbacks. Names like this, right? Names like Rivian, names like S, like all these names that are weak, let them be weak. Focus on the strong names. What up, Austin? What up, what up? Wix. Guys, let's see if we get to 2K likes on TikTok, guys. Come on. What symbol am I trading? Not trading anything right now, guys. Just doing some charting right now. RGTI. Daily inside bar. Weekly inside bar. Monthly broke the high. So I would say wait for back above like 13 and change. Wix. Mufasa, thank you for the gifts. What are the indicators you use other than EMAs? Thanks. Well, I really just use the EMAs. The rest of my template, though, I keep secret. Secret. Daily downtrend, weekly downtrend, monthly's not looking good for Wix. So this is definitely not one that I'm liking. If we lose this support here, if we lose this 145-ish support, it's probably going to drop down to like 115 to 120. I already covered TTDU. Guys, again, if you're not already in the Discord, make sure you join the Discord. Link is in the bio. Using code ZACH gets you that discount. Just for the sake of time, I'm not going to be able to get to everybody's questions, and definitely not going to be able to do them multiple times. So in the Discord, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask there. Unity, I'm waiting for one thing and one thing only. Monthly close above the 20 EMA. Monthly close above the 20 EMA. This thing will see price discovery. This thing will move, and it'll move fast. I took a really big trade. I think it was here or here. One of these two times in 2023. I haven't traded it since. Or maybe traded it one time since. Already covered RGTI. Microsoft. Pushing all-time highs. Again, buy the EMA pullbacks. Very simple there. As far as SoFi does get a pullback, again, all you can do is buy the higher time frame pullbacks. This is a chart that, in my opinion, has been difficult to trade. If you're in, it's been a great ride, an easy ride up pretty much every day, just chugging higher. If you're not already in, it's kind of a tough ticker right now to trade. SYM. This one doesn't look bad. I would say above last week high for longs. RDW, this one also doesn't look bad. I was actually watching this one. The only small concern is that it's a monthly inside bar, but we do have room to the upside. So I would say above basically like 18 bucks could be good looking for RDW up to about 20. Definitely not a bad one there. Guys, let's see if we get to 2K likes on TikTok, guys. Come on. We're almost there. We got 1.1K. Come on. Shopify, this is not a bad looking one. This name just kind of likes to have extended periods of consolidation and then just pop. This thing kind of tried to break out, went through the chop. Now you can kind of even say it's probably a safer bet to extend this range a bit, right? So I would say above, like, basically confirmation above 118s. 118s. Thank you guys for the gifts. Appreciate that. Where do I see PLTR going? I mean, it's already gone crazy, right? And we're continuing to make new all-time highs. So all you can do is just continue to chug. This was like my big fib target. This like 137s. I'd probably have to reevaluate now, but it's, you know, by definition on the books, it's overvalued. But Talhas, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Do I trade NQ? Indeed, I do. I trade futures and options, guys. Let's see how we're looking right now. Kind of nothing. Yeah, for sure. Click that link in the bio. Link in the bio. Make sure you use code Zach. Code Zach will get you that discount. SBET and SG. SBET has some correlation to ETH. So if you like ETH, could be a good one. SG. This one's been weak for a while. So this is going to be a no for me. Yeah. Again, guys, if the name is weak right now and the market's pushing all-time highs, stay away. There's a time and place for mean reversion. Now is not the time, though. Mufasa, thank you for the gifts. Tempest. This is another one, too, that kind of had a failed breakout. And now, for me, not overly interested. Well, thanks for your content. You got it, of course. Again, guys, for those not already in the Discord, make sure you click that link in the bio. The link in the bio will send you the Discord. Port City Kid, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. APLD and hymns. APLD is very simple for me. Above 10.3 is a long. Until then, no. Hymns. Daily flip back to the upside, you long. Until then, no. Last question is SMCI breaking out above 50. If I knew the answer to that question, I would be a billionaire if I knew what SMCI was going to do next. Right? If I knew, I wouldn't be on TikTok Live. I'd be on an island somewhere. MANH? What's this thing? I've never heard of this. Monthly downtrend. Weekly is technically in a downtrend. Daily is not looking the best. So I probably wouldn't touch this one. Wing. This thing went on a crazy run. Now fading a bit back to the weekly 20 EMA. Monthly 8. So daily flip back to the upside. Probably around like 345s. You can take a look long for that one. KLA. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with that. I already covered SOXL and I covered MicroStrategy, covered SPY, covered AMH, Crocs. I'll give you my opinions in the Discord, brother. That's where you get my trades. So Crocs is in a monthly downtrend, weeklies funky, not so good, dailies not so good. I would probably stay away from Crocs. Open. I don't really mess with penny stocks, guys. There's a reason the chart looks like that, right? Dave. So Dave is trying to hold on. Currently daily downtrend. We popped above last month high and then faded, which isn't ideal. Weekly pullback, probably too hard. So I would say if it gets down to like 175, 175 would probably be a good buy. But it can easily hold here as well. So we'll see. Love the videos. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. What stock did you buy today? I can't tell you that. That defeats the purpose of the group. LRCX. Guys, even if I wanted to tell you guys, it's just doing, all the members a disservice, It's just not fair. Weekly inside bar for LRCX. Probably makes a move with ASML earnings. Already covered Oscar. Already covered Katos. Already covered OKLO. GTLB. Daily downtrend, weekly downtrend, monthly downtrend. No dice for me. This is not going to be something I trade. No, no, no. You have to pay to be a member. Yes, there is a subscription. The link is in the bio to send you there. Using code ZACH on the screen. Code ZACH get you a discount. Last week we had a big trade that I signaled in the Discord. MSTR made over probably almost $35,000 on that across all my accounts, but on this one account was $31,000. Bull. I have a. I would say for bull above last week high, you can maybe take it, but I would prefer the weekly to flip back into an uptrend. Buy Berkshire at 455 if you want. Already covered Oscar. Trying to just roll back in the chat. DLO. Any setups? We got plenty. We got plenty high on Trey. Again, guys, the link is in the bio to the Stock Dads Discord. I'm just one of a dozen exclusive analysts in there. If you like the way I do my stuff, you're going to like the way everyone else does it too. Crypto still pushing higher? It is for now, yeah. Guys, let's see if we get to 2K likes on TikTok, guys. We're almost there. Let's see if we can get it. Come on. Anybody got any other questions for me, guys? I was just looking at futures. It seems kind of slow for the night. So I was thinking maybe I'll take some trades, but it's probably going to be a slow one. So no real interest tonight. Robinhood upside. Robinhood's been chugging, guys. Just buy all the higher time frame EMA pullbacks. That's it. That's it. That's it. Mara. Kind of an ugly bar there. I will say, guys, these crypto mining stocks, Mara, CLSK, Riot, right? They've been severely underperforming. So like I said, stick to the strong. Coinbase, MSTR, Hood, right? Stick to the strong names when the market's strong. How did I pick all the plays that we are currently in? It's all based on my system, guys. I have it's a multi kind of step, but relatively straightforward system. I use the EMAs with multi-time frame analysis and Confluence, plus my level system. I teach all that in my mastermind, which if you guys do want to have access to that, also in the link in my bio has the recordings to my most previous mentorship. So you got it, CC. Of course, that's why I hop on here to try to help some other people. Even if it's not joining the Stock Dads Discord, which obviously I recommend you guys doing, at least trying to help you get on the right path, right? Daily downtrend, monthly at the 8 EMA, weekly's kind of a bit shaky. Needs to rally here in the next couple weeks, so I probably wouldn't touch Duolingo. Do I have Hood? No, I do not. SMR made you a ban. Let's go, Reed. Do you think the Fed speaking tomorrow will hit us hard, or are we mooning? I think there's going to be really no impact, personally. Highly recommend joining, says Jonathan. Appreciate that, Jonathan. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. He's not a paid actor. BKNG. This one has earnings in a couple weeks. I would say above these kind of weekly highs here, above like 5. Oh, wow. Yeah, I would not touch this thing. This thing's expensive. I didn't even look. RR. No thank you to that. BBAI. This thing's pulling back. This weekly is kind of a bit harsh for me. It could rally back. We got to wait and see. Josh the Barber. Appreciate the gift. Appreciate that. spot. This thing's kind of just consolidating after a big run. We had a couple nice trades somewhere in this region here on spot. I think it was here and maybe somewhere here. I don't remember. HUD worth buying current levels. I'll post a chart tomorrow in the Discord. I'll see if it's gapping up or down. Guys, we're almost at 2K likes on TikTok. Come on. We're almost there, guys. Let's try to get there before I hop off, guys. Come on. I don't really mess with penny stocks, guys. I don't really mess with penny stocks too much. That's like the one thing I don't trade. Been a Stock Dads member for almost a year now, and I 100% recommend you guys rock. Appreciate that. Thank you, Cycle Trader. Appreciate that a lot. Frank, appreciate the gifts. App. Guys, I'm going to, after this one, guys, after app, I'm going to stop taking ticker requests. If you guys have any overall trading questions, feel free to ask me. I just kind of want to be done with the tickers for now. I went over a bunch. We do have some good-looking names, but I'll take overall stock market questions, stock dads questions, anything stock market related. I'm not really loving this chart. It's kind of a funky one. Monthly inside bar, weekly inside bar, daily's kind of chopping. I would say back to the upside. If the daily flips, you could take it. Other than that, I'd wait. But no more tickers for now, guys. No more tickers for now. Shutting it down. If you're in the Stock Dads Discord, tag me if you want me to go over any tickers. Tag me in the stock chat. I'll be happy to do so. But for now, I'm shutting it down. Do I do live trading every day? Good question. Pretty much yes. Pretty much every day. Unless I'm traveling, pretty much. If I'm not traveling, I'm doing live trading. We have anywhere between 2 and 4 live trading sessions a day. One of the rooms is ran by me. Another one is strictly for futures trading, and then we have another 1 to 2 depending on the day. Peace, Jonathan. You think MNQ is going to come down one more swing before the push-up? No. So it could. What my personal bias is, which has been playing out truthfully for the last 5-6 days, I've been saying that we're going to get more consolidation. I think we're going to consolidate these highs, and what this is going to do is anybody trading short-term expirations can get crushed. Anyone trading downside is going to hope it's going down and then bounce back up. Anyone looking for that breakout is going to get crushed, because it's just range. So I personally believe it's going to be range bound till the end of the week, which is options expiration, and I think maybe towards the end of the month we can start pushing. Typically, once we start getting into late August, it gets to be a little bit kind of it can be bearish at times. So what I personally be looking for is kind of one more pop, if anything, instead of one more drop. But again, that's just what I'm thinking of. Do I think Powell's getting the flick? Let's see. Would I buy Coinbase or Hood? Anything that I buy, Lemon, I'll post in the Discord. I'm not sure if you're already in there, but I'll post that. Anything I buy, I post in there. So whether I will or whether I not, right, that is not relevant. Everything I post in there, and just for the sake, and the respect to my members, I'm not going to share what I'm buying, what I'm not buying here. What I will do, though, is give you unbiased feedback. So I'm not sure if you're a member in there, but tag me in the chat, and I'll be happy to go over any charts you want. Any other questions, guys? Do you have any other questions before I log off for the night? Let me know. We've been on for about 40 minutes or so. Let me know if anyone else has any other questions. Any other questions, guys, before I log off for the night? User, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. All right, guys, I'm gonna log off here. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. For those in the Discord, I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning. We do have some good-looking charts. I'd still kind of lean overall to more consolidation, but nonetheless, we'll see what tomorrow morning brings us, and hopefully we can start getting to the post-earnings setups, and that'll be fun. So, have a good rest of the day.